Good morning, we are live now. I hope everyone's doing well. We are going to be hopping into a bit more DMZ today. Eventually. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. I can't even quite remember where we got up to last time. Oh, it looks like we got out. Oh yeah, we had that unpleasant guy, didn't we? But we got out alive. We've got a sniper rifle. An attack V, which I don't love, but it's, you know, it's fine. I could actually swap that out for attack 56 that I have. Especially now I can probably put on some better stuff, maybe? Yeah, recoil control, that seems good. And then I've got, a long barrel as well. That seems good as well. Maybe I'll take that off and put that on. That adds bullet range as well. Right, that's probably better. Yeah, we'll whack that on. And we've got a 2-plate. We don't have a 3-plate, but that's fine. So, mission-wise, we've got this thing where you have to get a dirt bike and go to the hydroelectric dead drop, get something, and then go to Zai Observatory, Akhtar, and Al Sharim within 3 minutes. That seems like quite a lot. And then there's one where I've got to get an MCPR 300 with iron sights and a hybrid sight and a thermal, but I need to level it up to get that. And then the other one where I have to go get transportation plans. I don't know if I've got any others that would be better. I might leave that on because I'm not going to go do this mission one. So that's just exfilling a hostage at the final exfil. That seems doable, maybe. If I was going to find exfil anyway, I could just go get it. Is this the new DMZ or the old? It's the old. No, you can't play the new one yet. Brother Cerberus. I wish. That'd be great. But yeah, you can't play the new one yet. I'd love to hop into that right now. I don't know when anyone's going to get to play it, to be honest. Like, I haven't heard anything about, like, COD Next or preview events or anything like that. So, it might just be that I've not been invited to anything. But I haven't heard anyone even hint at it, really. I keep occasionally pestering Activision and being like, hey, don't forget me, I'd like to be there. But, one of the big problems is that... Well, one of the big problems is obviously that, like, I need loads and loads of viewers to make it, so it's like, they can't ignore me. But the second thing is, because Xbox laid off loads of people yesterday, I kind of feel like now would be a bad time to go reaching out to my contacts at Activision and wherever and Microsoft and be like, hey, can you get me an invite to this? Because for one thing, I don't know 100% whether when I contact someone, they still work at Microsoft. Which has happened repeatedly before. Like, it's happened to me like 3 times in the past, I think, where I've like slowly over years built up a contact at Call of Duty. And like to the point where like they know my content, they know what sort of stuff I do, they know what makes me different from other people, which obviously the key is that, you know, they want a range of people who are going to hit different audiences, and that's one of the things that I can do. And then they leave. Then they leave Activision or Microsoft or whatever. And then it's like, I literally have to start from scratch with someone new. And it's happened a few times. It's really, really annoying. It's really annoying. Like the person who knew about me from Porntex Porn, she left and went to Samsung. The person who got me the invite to COD Next last time, he got like made redundant in the earlier round of Microsoft layoffs, but then he did get another job at Activision, but he's just not in charge of stuff like that anymore. And now the new guy, like, he seems fine. I just don't think he knows that much about who I am or like what sort of content I do. I don't think he's ever really cared about stuff I do. And obviously, while he's been there, I haven't been like, you know, I haven't been doing loads of content really for Call of Duty. Just because Call of Duty's not been that good for a while. Right, let's try and get involved. Do some stuff. I've got something wrong with my audio, I think, where there's a little bit of crackling, which is really annoying. Right, should we just snipe these guys? Sometimes there's a third guy, but I didn't see anyone there. Anarchy in the DMZ! I mean, it's not really anarchy. I feel like I'm quite ordered, really. It's more like mild-mannered picture of a woman. It's so weird, isn't it, the stuff that they put in these games? Like, why? Why is there a picture of a woman there? Why is there a picture of a man, picture of a woman, and picture of a dog? Do you think there's, like, Easter eggs in this that just never got found? You know what, I was thinking the other day, actually. I wonder how many Easter eggs there are in live service games that literally nobody who works on them anymore... Oh, that was beautiful. That nobody who works on them anymore knows exists because people have left. Like, when you think of, like, how many people have just been, like, fired from, you know, made redundant from various projects across Microsoft, and, you know, obviously similar things have happened. Similar things have happened across other companies before. There must be loads of times where someone puts something into a game and then gets made redundant, and then, like, they're not going to feel like being like, oh, well, we should, oh, I need a dirt bike, don't I? It's a dirt bike there, but I think actually a buggy might be better. I'm going to go for a buggy and try and do this. Ow, 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 that's not good. Yeah, there must be loads of times where someone puts something in a game and then gets made redundant, and then, like, they're not going to want to, like, go out of their way to help the people that just made them redundant. So it just stays there forever. I feel like that must happen all the time. Just trying to repair that a little bit. Wouldn't that be crazy? That was a double headshot. I mean, it didn't look like it was on my screen, but the game decided to tell me it was, so I'll be like, yeah, that's alright. League of DMZ Gentlemen. Hey, Eminence, 135 consecutive. As I've said before, I'm very impressed that you've managed to keep this up when I stream at such weird times. You will get a week off, because I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but then I won't be streaming on Thursday. Yeah, from Thursday I will not be streaming for a week. There will be videos that you can watch if you want to. Right, so I need to grab this, and now I've got 3 minutes to get to 3 different dead drops. One of them is up here. I think it's like there somewhere. It's a lot harder now that this is all destroyed, isn't it? Doesn't help that I don't actually know where this one is. What's it? Oh, you only have to do it these ones from here. So now I need to do the one in Al Sharim. So this one is up there somewhere. I am going to run out of fuel, but I might be able to run out of fuel and then... just parachute off, maybe? Problem is with all of these, I can never bloody remember exactly where they are. It's not up there, I think it's up here. I think it's literally just here. And now the last one is like here, I think. We should be fine for this. That time limit, I thought that was going to be way harder. Hey, Philip Finley. Was Metallica amazing then, Finley? I am very, very, very jealous. Metallica are probably the best live band I've ever seen. And that was such a long time ago. There we go! That was pretty good. I think I did that super efficiently. That mission I thought was going to be quite hard. But turns out I'm just really fast. That was really cool. Who knew? Who knew I'd be that quick at doing that? Hey, Frenchie, 85 for you as well. That's absolutely tons. Again, you get a week off. From Thursday, I will not be streaming for 1 week. I'm going to Washington, D.C. Has anyone here been to Washington before? Washington, D.C. I would be interested to hear. We'll be around Washington. Like, we're going to Maryland, we're going to Virginia, going to Pennsylvania. We're not just going to be in the city. We need recommendations for like the Smithsonian museums, like which ones are worth it, because we've only got like a day in actual Washington, D.C. Food recommendations, always happy to hear. Are there any good reflecting pools in the area? Haha. Never gone. Yeah, that's what Philip. Yeah, the reflecting pool is like great right now. Oh no. I'm worried that I'll say something. It's crazy that I do genuinely worry that I'll say something on this stream and then they won't let me in because they'll be like, I heard you made fun of the reflecting pool being green. It's not very good. Isn't that worth like 1,000? Yeah, I'll take that. We need money. We don't actually need money. There's nothing I need to buy, but it's a good idea to have some money. Is that a plate? Yeah. I need a free plate, and I'm looking for gold bars and gold skulls. That's kind of the target right now. Oh, vintage wine. 2 grand. This part of the map, for some reason, seems to, like, just be flush. I do have a self-revive, which is nice. Yeah, you seem to be able to get, like, really good stuff on this part of the map. And I know, obviously, it's just random, and there's nothing special about this part of the map. But it's happened, like, 3 times now. If they check my streams, I'm doomed. I mean, to be fair, I don't actually say anything like that negative. I'm a little bit guarded. But I can't imagine they do. Right, we're looking for... Oh my god, look at that! Give me the gold skull! Like, what are the odds? Like, you wait, I'll find some gold bars and a GPU now as well. I think I need 8 of these skulls in total. I've got 1 so far. Like, before this. But, like, the odds of finding that are just so low. I don't know why I'm looking at. I don't need self-revive. Let's go again. I thought I was going to find loads more stuff. Now I'm like disappointed I'm not finding loads of other stuff, even though I literally just found one of the rarest items in the game. I'm like, yeah, but I could do with more. I just realized that games where I found all of the amazing stuff in here, you haven't actually seen yet, so that's kind of spoilers. Alright, I need to go up there.
Marking extraction zone.
I need to get this gold skull out, 100%. If you decon something like a gold skull, it doesn't count, does it? It doesn't, like, work for upgrades and stuff. Not decon, what are they called? Dead drop. What does that even mean, Rance? You're not allowed to say things that's pro-America in America. I don't think that's true. I don't think you get in trouble for saying things that are pro-America in America. Judging by how whenever we go to America, there's a lot of people who are very, very pro-America. I don't think I've ever been to a more patriotic country than America. And, like, I've been to China. Like, it's... People love America. You know, there's, like, flags everywhere, bumper stickers, just being like, yeah, America. They love it. It's very odd coming from Europe, where, by and large, a lot of Europeans are quite... whatever the opposite of patriotic is. Embarrassed. Can't believe I got that mission done and got a gold skull. I mean, and I've got like 11,000's worth of stuff as long with 13,000 cash. It's like 25,000 or so. I've got 25,000 or so cash. I mean, money and a mission done. This is a good run. Complacent. I don't think we're complacent about our country. I think we're actively quite negative about our country, which to me seems like, unless everything is perfect, I feel like that's the way it should be. Like, it seems like the natural order. Hello. How's it going, Texas? I feel like the natural order is people should be very critical and cynical about the people ruling them, unless they're doing an incredible job, which is difficult. So generally people should be critical and cynical. It's weird. It's a weird situation, I think. You go to some countries and there definitely is a sense of national pride. Like, I would say, like, Sweden and Finland seemed a bit like that. Denmark. And they've got a lot to be happy about. But then, you know, I know they do have their own issues and stuff, their own things that they're unhappy with. Just when you're there, you get a sense of, like, oh, these people are quite proud to be Swedish or Finnish or Danish. Which you don't get, you know, you go to, like, you go to a lot of places in England and people are like, oh, government's terrible. You know, I suppose there's some people that detach national identity from the government. Like, I feel like French people or Italian people or Spanish people are proud to be from those countries, but also are very, very critical of the people in charge. I think you meant you're with an apostrophe, Norton refund team. Don't worry, you'll learn to spell one day. You think it's the same in South Africa? I don't know anything about the government of South Africa right now. It's weird, like with South Africa, it's like you learn a lot about, like as you're growing up, you obviously learn a lot about Nelson Mandela and apartheid and stuff. And then it's like, you don't learn anything after that. And I don't feel like it gets in the news very much anymore. The only things that I know about South Africa come from dentists. Like, it just happen to be like slightly detached from a lot of acquaintances that are South African dentists. And I don't think white South Africans who left the country are necessarily very representative of, like, they're not the best source of information for what's going on in the country. It's like when you hear that, I saw a thing when everything was happening in Venezuela, and there were loads of people being like, like, Venezuelans are really happy about it. Like, look, here, we've interviewed a load of Venezuelans who live in America. And it's like, the Venezuelans who don't live in Venezuela probably have a particular view that might not be reflective of people who still live in Venezuela. Same as, you know, you ask when they're doing stuff, and I know people do it because it's funny, but when people ask British people who live in Spain about immigration, and you get all these funny little sound clips where people are like, I wouldn't go back to England, there's too many immigrants, while being an immigrant in Spain. And it's very, very funny, but it's also like, why would you listen to the people that left England to go live in Spain about what it's like in England? Because they don't live there anymore. It's, you know, it doesn't make any sense. In the UK, we have the recent problem that the national pride has been subverted by a certain specific political cause. You're afraid to actually say that you love the country, not the government, and you and the wife are looking to moving abroad, but you know you miss Scotland. Yeah, Scotland seems like, I mean, I don't know a lot about Scotland, but Scotland does seem a bit like I was saying about France and places, where it's like, yeah, people are proud to be Scottish, but that doesn't mean they love, like, I can't even remember what it's called, the Scottish Parliament. There's a word for it, isn't there? But, yeah. There was a time, you know, where people loved the SNP, but then they started hiding camper vans, and it was like the weirdest political stories I've ever heard. I don't fully understand what happened with Sturgeon and her husband and everything, but it's like, every time a news story comes out about it, it's like, they did what? And I don't even know if what they did was bad exactly. It was just weird. Very odd. But yeah, in England, I think in England, it's not even like, to what Texas, what you're saying about it's a recent problem. I don't think it is a recent problem for England. I think it's definitely been a thing for a long while. You know, it's like, you look back in like my parents' day, and it was all like, didn't you have things like the National Front and stuff? Wasn't that in like the 60s and 70s? And that's, you know, basically the National Front is the same thing as like UKIP and the EDL and BNP and all of that sort of thing. Reform Now or Restore or whatever. They're like, it's all part of the same thing. There's always been this undercurrent of, ever since the British Empire, there's a group of people within England that think that the British Empire was great and that we should be like, the world should thank us for that, and that we're the best because we used to have this massive empire. And it's like, I don't think that's ever gone away. I think it, like, you know, sometimes it takes different guises and stuff. You know, sometimes it gets closer to a kind of Nazism, and it's been, you know, associated with neo-Nazis and stuff. Sometimes it's much more of like a sort of class type thing, of being like, you know, the working class, the true Brits, fighting against the establishment. Sometimes it's like just an anti-immigration thing, but it's always there. This idea of being proud of being English is like, it's not a desirable trait. Partly because I think because we had the empire, we affected so much of the world in such a negative way that it's like, that's not something to be proud of. And, you know, you could say the same thing about America, or you could say the same thing about France and Belgium, or, you know, obviously like Germany. That like they are other countries that have had a profound impact on a lot of the world in a very negative way in fairly recent history, you know, like in our grandparents' lifespans. So it's only been a couple of generations since we were like properly messing up large parts of the world. And it's like, so to be like, oh yeah, I want to go back to those days is like, not really. No, don't do that. Whereas other countries are like more like up and coming. They haven't really been a problem in the past, and now they're like doing well, and it's like, oh, good for you. Which is like, you know, a different vibe, like younger countries. I mean, America's obviously a young country, but it's speedrunning it. Even though, weirdly, lately, a load of Americans are saying that the USA is the oldest country because they're 250 years old. It's like, my school was older than that. Like, that's wild. Wild. You're very critical of the government policies, but still proud to be in or from South Africa. I mean, South Africa's a good example of a country that we messed up. I say we. I don't feel any responsibility for what England did. But it's hard because it's like, obviously, we have privilege and we get a benefit from what happened back then. So it's hard to detach yourself from it completely. But it's like, I didn't make those decisions. Same as I don't take any ownership for what the British government does now. It's wild. I need to start a second channel for my true calling of political analysis. I'm not like informed enough for that. Have you seen, I think it's China has done this thing where it's like, you're not going to be able to make content on social media about certain topics unless you actually have qualifications in those topics, you know, like health and stuff like that. And it's like, that seems like a good idea to me. You know, have certain protected topics where it's like, you cannot talk about this unless you can prove that you are educated. I feel like that would be a good idea. You never knew anyone that voiced support for the BNP, but there they are. Yeah, like, I think they were always there. Like, I think that, yeah, social media made it so those people can find each other quicker. Like, I've told this story before, I'm sure, but there used to be a pub in Norwich where I live called The Stores. And it was like, it was an okay pub, like when I was at uni in like the first year. So back in like 2004, 5, around then, it was like a pretty cool pub. They'd play rock music. They had a pool table. It was fine. It was, you know, it was fairly close to where we lived back then. It was, you know, a fine pub. It wasn't amazing, but it was fine. Bit of a dive bar. It was okay. And then it started having like some local neo-Nazis had like a meetup there like once a week. And I would say like within 2 months, it was a Nazi pub. Like literal, like, you know, proper like skinhead swastika tattoos, those sorts of people were using that as their pub. Like, it just became the Nazi pub. And then it shut down fairly quickly after that because apparently the owner hated that. Like, the owner didn't want that. The owner wasn't a Nazi. He had just accepted there being Nazis there. And yeah, and it was like, that was still, you know, bear in mind, 2004, 5, that was like when Facebook had only just started and you had to be at university to get Facebook. I don't think the neo-Nazis were using MySpace or AOL Instant Messenger. So back then, groups like that needed a place. They needed like a physical location where they could meet up. And in England, at least, you know, that happened in pubs and stuff like that. It was quite isolated. But then the internet has brought them together. So now it's like a movement rather than little pockets of groups. This sounds bad considering what I was just talking about. I was about to say, I do wish we'd go back to that. I don't mean neo-Nazism. I mean, I do kind of wish the world was much more like you take a part in your local community and you find people who are interested in what you're interested in your local community. Because I think a lot of the social discord we have now is because people don't need to interact with people who live near them, because they can find people who are like them anywhere in the world and interact with them all the time. And then like they look at people in a local community and they're like, oh, why aren't you the way I am? Why don't you like the things I like? And then that sort of breeds resentment and stuff. Whereas in the past, you know, literally a generation ago, you kind of, if you wanted to have friends, if you wanted to socialize, you had to put up with people who were different to you. You just had to. Like, you had to get on with them and, you know, compromise a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, maybe you really like 10-pin bowling, and then you meet someone who really likes darts, but there's no darts or bowling lanes, so you both play pool, and it's like, yeah, this is fine, and we'll just get on, and this is what we do now. And that sort of thing. And it's like, nowadays you don't need to, because you'll be able to find a pool league with people from across the county or the country, and you'll be able to find someone just play pool. You can probably play pool online, and you'll never interact with someone that doesn't want to play pool. And that kind of sucks, I think. I think it breaks down a lot of social cohesion. I saw a really good interview with someone where they were saying about how, or it might have been an article, I don't know, but they were saying about how weirdly AI might bring this about, because we're already basically at the point where whenever you hear anything or see anything online, you can't trust it. You don't know if it's real. And so people will detach themselves from that, because people always go through waves of wanting a more authentic experience, because I think that's part of who we are as humans. And so they'll reject the internet. I don't think it will, like, be... I don't think it will be long before people just start shutting off from social media, like, en masse. Like, not even... Like, now, you know, some people do. But I think more and more people will just be like, what's the point? And, like, things like YouTube and Twitch, once AI starts getting into YouTube and Twitch, which I am shocked it hasn't already. I find it insane that it hasn't, but it will. You'll be watching videos and you won't know if the whole thing's created by AI. That already happens a little bit with certain niches, but generally, you know, streams and stuff, it doesn't happen yet. But it will happen within, like, the year, probably. And then people will just stop watching, because they'll be like, oh, I don't know if these are people. Or they'll go out their way to find real people doing it. But I just think that'll end up being so hard. Like, the signal-to-noise ratio will get so low that people will just be like, ah, screw this. I'm going to go down the pub. You're not convinced that I'm a human. That's fair enough. It's because I'm so perfect in every way, clearly, Rance. Must be mad if you owned a pub and it inadvertently turned into a neo-Nazi hub. Yeah, it's that like there's, I don't know if it's like a joke or something. There's some old thing about, you know, oh, a guy walks into a pub and sits at the bar and orders a drink, and the barman's like, yeah, fine, and it's all fine. And then another guy walks in, and as soon as he asks for a drink, the barman tells him to get out and starts swearing at him. And the guy's like, whoa, sorry, and just walks out. And the first guy's like, well, what did you do that for? And then the guy behind the bar's like, he had like a Nazi logo tattooed on him. And he's like, oh yeah, but that might be the past or something. Like, what, you're not even going to serve him a drink? And he's like, you can't tolerate people like that, because as soon as one Nazi comes to your pub and you serve them and they're like, oh, I'm accepted here, then they'll bring a friend, and then their friend's probably also a Nazi, because if your friends were a Nazi, you're probably a Nazi. And then they're going to bring more and more friends, and before you know it, you're running a Nazi pub. And like, that's literally what happened to the stores. It's like, you have to be like, this whole thing of you can't tolerate intolerance. And like, that's, you see that, I do that with the stream all the time. If someone comes in here and is like rude to me, like that guy who was making fun of me being bald earlier, I don't care that much. It's like, it's rude, but I don't care that much. If someone comes in and they start saying something that's racist or sexist or homophobic or transphobic or something like that, it's like, you have to get rid of them. You have to get rid of them, because otherwise you'll become one of those streams. And you see it all the time. There's a lot of creators that I know, and I know the creators themselves are decent people, but their chat, their community has become very, very toxic. And their community has become racist and sexist and horrible, because they're like rats. They just like swarm in on somewhere where they think it's okay for them to be. And you can't do it. And I get people say like, oh, well, oh, look, I got 2 gold skulls. That's pretty good. I only need 5 more gold bars. That's good as well. Oh, I'm excited about getting that. I get when people say, oh, but if you just shun them, then you can't change their mind. And it's like, you can't change their mind anyway. Like, it's sad, but it's true. You can't change their mind. The best you can do is to make it clear to them that they're not serious people and their opinions aren't serious opinions, and shun them. Or at least make, you know, what we were talking about the other day about shaming people. Be like, if you want to believe what you want to believe, I can't change your mind, but I can sure as hell make sure you're not a part of this community. And if you want to be a part of this community, then shut the hell up. And then maybe, you know, by actually being around people. It's like, nearly everyone I know, in real life, nearly everybody I know who is racist against immigrants in England happens to be someone who has no interaction with immigrants. They happen to be someone who, you know, went to a school where everybody was white, and they worked in a place where everybody was white, and they, like, all of their friends were white. And, you know, they often live on a street where basically everybody's white, or everybody they talk to is white. And it's like, they're the people who are racist because they have shut themselves off from it already. And it's like, if they were just forced to hang out with people who are different to them, then they'd be like, you know exactly what they'd be like. They start saying things like, oh, well, like, they're okay, that family's okay, that couple's okay. They're not like the other. And it's like, funnily enough, if you meet nearly everybody, they're okay. As soon as you, like, actually, as soon as you interact with someone as a person, turns out they're nearly always okay. Always okay. I've, like, especially when I was teaching in Walthamstow, I've hung out with people from all over, and people who I would say have some quite disagreeable views about things that I massively disagree with. But on a personal level, one-to-one, a lot of them are fine. They're just people. They're just people. They're fine. Like, I've met a family who, their kid at least, would regularly be very supportive of, like, actual terrorists. And we were having to go through the whole prevent thing with them and everything like that. And it's like, I'm 90% sure it came from their parents. But their parents were lovely when you actually spoke to them. They were fine. Like, they were, like, absolutely fine. And it's like, even though I'm pretty sure they were living in Walthamstow, supported the idea of Sharia law in England, were very, very racist against some other groups. Even them, when you're actually talking to them, they were like, they were just normal people who cared about their kid getting a good education. And it's like, people are generally fine. Groups of people can be very, very scary and bad. But if you, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. If you interact with people, they're fine. That's what I was trying to get at. And I think a lot of the people who hold horrible views, they just get in their little echo boxes, don't they? They get in their echo boxes where they shut themselves off from other people. And you have to get them out. That's why it's so good. Like, when people complain about DEI stuff. It's why it's important. I mean, from my perspective, I know there's other reasons why it's important. But from my perspective, one of the best things about forcing inclusivity, whether that's in schools, whether that's in hospitals, whether that's in a police force, whether that's in media, whether that's in companies, is it's good for society. It's good for society for people not to split off into their own little groups. Like 100%. And it's so different. When you go and you work somewhere or you hang out somewhere that's super diverse, and you realize it's just not a problem and everyone's cool and it's fine, and then you go somewhere where it's not diverse at all, and people are miserable, and it's like, maybe forcing diversity is actually quite a good thing for everybody. Hey, I'm back at the place where I found that gold skull, so I might just be able to become very rich.
Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
It all got a little bit heavy then. Sorry, I got into a heavier conversation. I find all that stuff interesting though. Where's the bank? What was that? Was it? No. Oh, was it on the other side of this building? Yeah. Yeah, I do find, like, how to fix society interesting. I think my biggest problem is that I talk as if I could actually do something about it, and I don't think I can really, other than talk about it here. But I you know, that's not too much of an impact, because generally people who watch me already agree with me, and people who don't agree with me stop watching me. Probably in part explains some of my low viewership at times. But you know, there's a lot of preaching to the choir, isn't there, with social media. It's like I watch all these videos, all these reels on Instagram and stuff, where people are like, yeah, capitalism's bad. Green Party's good. Oh, look at these horrible racists or billionaires or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, this is really good. And then I share it, and I share it with all my friends who already believe the same thing I do. And it's like, what are we actually doing here? I've got a lot of respect for people who, like, go and protest and stuff. They're braver than I am. I don't want to... I care about all this stuff, but I don't care about it enough that I'm going to end myself in jail or something. But I'm very impressed by people who do. Really impressed. Hmm. Even that is a wild thing, Philip. Like, Philip. This is going off topic a little bit, but this is where maybe one of you can explain it to me a bit more. What's the one thing that America cares about more than anything else? Because, in my mind, and I could be wrong here, the big thing about America is freedom. Individual freedom. And then, for people like me, they use the word liberal, which surely means something to do with freedom. It's about freedom.
Activity is increasing near your location.
And they hate that word. They hate liberals. I mean, not that I say they, you know, obviously I'm talking about certain groups. But, isn't that weird? Like, why? Surely that should be the thing that they love, as people who want freedom. You know, the idea of freedom for everybody, of equal opportunities, of everyone, regardless of, you know, where you're from or who your parents were, everybody having personal freedom. Surely that's exactly what the point of America is. And that's what liberals want. That whoever you are, wherever you're from, you have the same opportunities as everyone else to live a happy life. It's weird. Money. But I think, like, the American obsession with money is very much about freedom, isn't it? It's about, I get this money that I've earned by working, and therefore I can do what I want because I've earned this money. It's why, like, you know, there's a weird thing where, at the moment with the World Cup and everything, there's a lot of obsession with Americans of, you know, Euro poors. Why are European people so poor? Why are their wages so low? And it's, you know, obviously in Europe, our approach is kind of, you pay quite a lot of your money to the government and you keep wages low because then a lot of stuff can just be provided for you, whether that's healthcare or whatever. And healthcare, you know, education and stuff like that. And I think the American mindset is very much like, but if you get to keep your money, then you can choose what you spend your money on. You know, freedom. It's like two different ways to approach freedom, whereas Europeans are like, we have freedom to worry about it, because it doesn't matter how much money you have for anything, you can still enjoy your life, which is, you know, socialism, essentially. And then... Comms Fest. Two different ways of looking at the same problem. Yeah, just restart YouTube. YouTube's just being rubbish for streams lately. I think they must be messing around with stuff, like experimenting with stuff. Yeah, it's so weird. Don't know what YouTube's playing at lately. I don't think YouTube wants to do streaming. Yeah. Weird. Did you hear, speaking of socialism, in a weird way mixed with heavy capitalism, have you all heard what Samsung are doing for their employees? It's like the wildest thing, which I can't imagine ever happening in a lot of other countries. So Samsung, for anyone who doesn't know, Samsung don't really make money selling like phones and TVs and stuff. I mean, they do obviously make some money, but that's not where they make the bulk of their money. They make the bulk of their money making and selling things like memory chips. And obviously with the whole AI apocalypse that's going on right now and data centers and everything, their memory chips are being bought at an insane rate by people like Nvidia and Google and, you know, Meta and Microsoft, etc. And so Samsung are making, like, ridiculous profits. Like, insane profits. I saw something where someone said, to make the profits that Samsung made last quarter, they would have to, if they were just selling phones, everybody on Earth would have had to buy 3 Samsung phones in the last quarter to make the kind of money that they're making right now. And so they have decided, I don't know if it's like a legal thing in South Korea or if it's a choice thing. They've decided to share not even much of those profits. It's like 2% of the profits or something. It's not, I don't think it's a lot. 2% of the profits with all of their employees. So this is like everyone who works like in the factories. And on average, every Samsung employee is getting like $310,000 or something. It's over $300,000 on average. It might be 340,000. Like the equivalent of 340,000 US dollars on average. Every employee, just as a bonus. Not like a, you know, a wage raise that they'll get over 10 years, just as a one-off bonus where they're like, yeah, we'll do it. And this all comes because, and apparently this has sort of happened because there was this other company that make chips that have had a similar kind of upturn in profits. And they did a thing where they were like, okay, we're going to give like 10% of our profit to our employees. And so every employee at that company got like $70,000 as a bonus last year. And now this year, they're on track to get like $900,000, every employee of the company. Because the company has made so much money. Like, so much money.
Ultra One, we're seeing enemy operators near your location.
Oh, you blocked the door. I don't know if that was genius or if it was luck. Oh, I could have died then. Mercedes and Volkswagen did that in the past, but not anymore. Really? Imagine if YouTube made, like, crazy profit. Hey, thank you.
Ammo here.
Well, I'm now part of an adventure. Hooray! Yeah, Hynix. Yeah. Is Korean inflation going nuts? Because me and my wife have been looking at holidays to South Korea, and the prices for hotels and flights and stuff are still the same price they always have been. I haven't noticed anything. Unless it's just not kicked in yet.
Ultra One, you've got hostile
I do think that that's going to be a sort of very capitalist approach to this, isn't it? Of like people being like, or like anti-socialist approach is going to be people being like, oh, you can't give money to the workers because then think of the inflation, it'll ruin everything. Just give all the money to the rich people at the top, please.
Attack me!
Cabals. What's that word? Chaboal. Is that just a spelling of cabal, or is that a different thing? I know there was like the big thing of, there was a conspiracy, like 10 years ago, there was a big thing in South Korea where there was like a conspiracy theory that 5 big companies were actually running the government. And then it turned out to be true. And they were giving like this big yellow folder to the Prime Minister of South Korea, or the President of South Korea, or whatever, every day with what she should do. And it turned out the whole thing was like real. And it got broken up because of it. I don't know what you're talking about, Ice-T fan. It's very confusing because I do actually have an appointment later. No, it's not. That would be, imagine if you had a dentist who was like going into your Twitch chat. That would be incredible. You were chuffed to be getting £100 for banking with Nationwide. Seems pathetic now.
Be advised, the squad member is requesting to cancel the contract. How copy?
See the guy in California who won billions in lottery and got sacked so much he walked away with 650 million. Yeah, I thought it was less for some reason. But yeah, he won like 2 billion, didn't he? And then he got a thing. And people were like, this is how we should be taxing wealth. That's like, oh, I've never seen that word before, House. But I mean, it is very noticeable that like how much stuff is run by those massive companies in South Korea. But yeah, like that thing of like winning 2 billion, only getting 600 million, it's like, this is how we should tax wealth. Because that guy, as much as it might be, you know, it's a fun story and it's gutting, like, oh, I thought I was getting 2 billion, but I'm only getting 650 million. Hard to have too much sympathy for the guy, is it? Like, that's how we should be taxing wealth. I think it's so good that that money's going out. Isn't that bonuses for the actual microchip divisions? I remember seeing something about it, but it sounded like it was a bad story. I wonder why some parts of the media would present a socialist idea as a bad thing. Shocking. No, apparently it's everybody who works in the microchip hubs. Because bear in mind, Samsung's huge. It's not people. The money isn't going to like people who work in Samsung stores who sell phones. It's going to all the people that work in the business, the part of the business that made the microchip. So it's apparently it is going to like factory workers. It's going to like the people that run the factories, as well as, you know, the executives will obviously get bonuses as well. It's like everybody in that part of it, because Samsung is like split into different companies. I think, you know, sort of anti-monopoly type things. Probably because they were literally running the government a few years ago. But it's so cool. The idea of just a company being like, hey, look, we made so much money. Everybody's rich now. And you see like elements of it where companies like Google once did that. Facebook once did that. Where they would like pay all of their early staff in shares, and then everybody who was working Google and Facebook when it was a startup are now like super rich. Even like people that just were like decorating the like offices and stuff like that, because they were just paying everyone in shares. You'd like to think that, you know, with Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire, you'd like to think that surely everybody who is working at SpaceX or Tesla or Twitter should now literally be a millionaire. Like, if they're not, then that's a wild injustice. I like the idea. I've heard people say before that
Thanks.
people should, companies should have like a maximum ratio of how much the CEO gets paid over the lowest paid employee. So it's like, if you want to pay yourself $100 billion a year, then you need to be paying the lowest members of your organization $1 billion. Otherwise, you're not allowed to. I know there is laws like that, but it gets circumvented with bonuses and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, Texas. Well, I saw some stupid reel that last night where someone was like, oh, it was like a joke thing where someone was like, oh, if someone paid you £100,000 a day to not have a shower every day you didn't have a shower in a row, how long would you be willing to go? And the guy was like doing the math in his head, and he got to like 8 years of not having a shower. And that was like $200 million or something. $260 million. And it's like, $260 million is 1/400th of what Musk has. Like, Musk, if he, you know, I know he doesn't really have $1 trillion and stuff, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, he's got $1,000 billion. It's such an insane amount of money. And then, you know, there's like things like, oh, he goes to Testo and he says like, oh, I want to be paid, you know, $10 billion this year. And they're voting for it being like, oh yeah, because he's crucial and we need him. Insane, insane. I'd be so angry if I was a janitor at like Boca Chica and I was getting paid, you know, minimum wage, cleaning up the office of some guy that's earning literally billions. Morning, DeLorean. You used to work as a fisherman. With the hours you worked, your choice were 2 hours sleep or a shower, so you can confirm after 8-9 days you don't smell yourself anymore. I would love to know what's the longest I've ever been without a shower. This year, I went maybe 4 days without a shower when I really hurt my back because I couldn't stand up in the shower long enough, and I wouldn't have been able to get in and out of the bath because we have like a shower for a bath, so you have to step into it. I just wouldn't have been able to get in and out of it, and that was like, I was still washing as best I could, but I couldn't do it in the bath or the shower, and that was 4 days, and I was like, this is unpleasant. And that was just me, you know, sitting here. I'm not even like doing anything active. I would not want to go long without a shower. I feel like when I was a teenager, I probably went a lot longer without a shower. Probably.
Ultra One, we're seeing
This guy's getting involved in some stuff.
Stay sharp.
What's he doing?
Enemy movement. Moving here.
Ultra One, be advised. The squad of operators is near your location.
Took a round.
That still used my bloody self-res. That's so annoying. I want the gold skeleton.
Ultra One, weapons case secure. Be
Take a weapon
advised,
case.
Enemy operators are tracking your location.
Oh, I do have a self-res.
Ultra One, your squad is separated. Suggest you stick together.
For some reason I thought that was a person then. Longest you've been is 24 days. You're washing the time, but you've had a shower, no time to sleep. Oh! 24 days. be crusty. Amazing. People like Bezos, Musk, and Zuckerberg are poison for mankind.
Ultra One,
Yeah.
hostile reinforcements incoming.
Yeah, so when I'm saying split, I mean as in, it's not surprising that Samsung are only giving the bonuses to the people that are part of the company that made the money, because it's probably, I don't know, it's probably a legal thing. That they can't just swap money between all of their different companies. But the, still very cool, I think. Just like, if you make a product that is making your company very, very rich, you should have a share in that.
Before radiation spreads.
If YouTube is making a profit, I'd love to have a part of it. I don't think YouTube...
Squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Stay alert.
God damn it, I got one of them. The other one got me.
Enemy movement.
Why is Blue here? Blue's literally running away. What? Why are you running away? We killed so many of them. That's crazy. Your company rewards us when you hit forecast. Last time you got some AirPods. Wouldn't you have preferred to just get the money? I don't know how much AirPods are. Probably a lot. I don't get why this guy literally ran away. We could have killed them. If he'd been there, we would have won that, I think. Do you not think? Like, I mean, like, I struggled to work out what was going on there. Like, there's no way he can win this now. Because now, obviously, they've rezzed up and they've looted us. That just seems like a wild decision.
Marking enemy.
How attached do you have to get to your loot? I mean, this is, like, completely pointless. Like, 100... This is 100% pointless. Because even if he manages to, like, down one of them, they'll just get rezzed by their friends. He's not even aiming at the right people. Oh my god.
Marking enemy.
Oh, that was a shame that the game ended like that.
Recommend you move to an extract point.
I was enjoying it up until then. Oh, now he's getting shot back. Oh, boo. It was going to be a War Dogs playtest today, but it got cancelled. Sad times. I don't know if any of you are budding creators who are going to be playing DMZ, but someone is trying to make a DMZ Discord for creators, specifically for creators. So if you are interested in joining, let me know and I will send you an invite. If they give cash, it's probably taxable. Not sure how it works for
Marking
gifts of
enemy.
physical thing. You know what? I hate. Go watch on Twitch. It's the same quality now on Twitch as it is on YouTube. But I suppose you will get ads unless you're subbed. Wow. Good job, Video Courage. We could have won, but we lost.
Run it again. You've got
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. Rubbish. You still need to hop into Hunger again. Oh yeah, that's the playtest ends tomorrow morning for that. Might play some more Hunger. I've got loads of things I want to play today. Like, I want to do some... I need to make... I recorded talking for a DMZ video yesterday that I might still make. I don't know. I need to record footage for that. And... Oh, I did that mission. I need to be level 6 with them to do that. Dead drop 100,000 in cash. How much money do I have? 60,000. Not enough yet. Yeah, I want to stream a bit more Assassin's Creed. I was actually quite enjoying streaming that yesterday. I want to stream some Hunger because that's a lot of fun. I want to do Mecha Chameleon because I'm obsessed with Mecha Chameleon. You picked up Black Flag this morning. Oh, nice. When does Black Flag actually come out? Is it Thursday? I really enjoyed Black Flag so far. I'm having a good time with it. Isn't that a mental rule that, oh, we can't give you cash because that would be taxable, so instead we have to give you a gift? That's like... Hate it. Hate it. I just hate the financial laws in general. It's like, just make it simple. That if someone gets something, just work out some way. Just do a wealth tax. Just do a tax on how much money you have. Roughly add up your assets. Don't do income tax. Don't do property tax. Don't do inheritance tax. Actually, no. Don't do inheritance, really. Get rid of inheritance. I'm saying that someone with no kids, so I'm a little bit spoiled with that. I'm saying that someone with no kids that doesn't expect to get anything from their parents. Not because I've fallen out with my parents or anything. I'm just... It doesn't enter my financial planning to think that I'll get an inheritance at any point. Just get rid of all of that and just be like, okay, work out roughly how much you're worth with shares and property and money every year. And then you give the government 20% of it. Actually, no, that wouldn't work, because if you gave people 20% of your house value, people wouldn't have that liquidity. Okay, maybe there is a reason for financial laws. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. But you know what I mean? It's so complicated. And it seems like, because the rules have been made by rich people, they seem to benefit rich people a lot more, where poor people pay a lot more tax as a percentage of their earnings than rich people do. And it's like, just don't... I'd be super interested to know how much... If you did do a system like that, where you just taxed people a percentage of everything they owned every year, what percentage could you put that at to still have the same amount? Oh, is that gold bar? I need gold bars. To still have the same amount of tax money for the government. Like, what do you think? Would it be like 2%? Because bear in mind, it'd be companies as well. If a company is like registered as a company that's separate from an individual, it's now getting taxed. That's my thoughts. Okay, I want to go here with my gold bar.
Extraction zone.
I want to extract. Will I be able to? No, probably not. But we'll try. Oh, that's so loud. Oh, I wish that wasn't as loud as it was. But yeah, I wouldn't feel so bad about someone having $1 billion if I knew that when I have £5,000 in the bank, I'm paying 2% of that in tax. And then someone who's got $1 billion is also paying 2%. But it's a lot harder to bear when it's like, oh, I pay, you know, bloody a third of my income on tax. Collectively with my wife, I barely have any income. I barely do get taxed on income. And then I pay 20% of everything I buy is tax. And then I have to pay council tax on the house. And then any other extra money I get, that's also tax. And then if, like, you know, I buy fuel, that's got an extra tax. Etc, etc, etc. It'd be nice if it was just, you just pay your tax. You just pay one tax. It's simple. There's a good thing. I saw some, I don't know what it was, like some meeting with ministers. Some government meeting. Some committee set up, and they were saying about how there was some, like, new benefit that had been agreed. Like some tax relief or something. And at this meeting of people who were, like, people involved in making the laws, not one of them understood the wording of it. None of them did. And they were all like, if we don't understand the wording of this law, and we're the people that make this stuff, how the hell is some vulnerable person going to possibly understand it to be able to, like, make use of it? And it's like, it's so true, like, stuff's so complicated and so, like, the punishment for getting it wrong, you know, for declaring your taxes wrong is so harsh. Even though, like, the cost to just, if you got an audit and you have to prove that you've paid the right amount of tax, even that's, like, insanely expensive. But then, like, why is it so bloody complicated? It's, like, so complicated. Like, my taxes are about as simple as they could be because, you know, well, I suppose I am self-employed, but so I have to do my own taxes. But at least my taxes are like, okay, I don't get very much money in. This is the amount of money I get in. This is the amount of money I've spent on stuff related to my business. Sometimes I have to pay tax. Sometimes I don't have to pay tax, depending on how much I've earned. That's it. But people who have, like, stocks and property and all of that stuff, wildly complicated. And if you've got, like, dependents and it seems like the whole thing is just wildly complicated so it can be set up so rich people can get out of paying tax. And you see, like, Muggins over here paying so much tax on everything, and then some rich person being like, oh yeah, I didn't actually pay any tax last year because I didn't make any money, even though I, you know, have like 5 mansions and a yacht. Horrific. There was, did anybody watch that, some states in the US have no income tax? Yeah, I think quite a lot of countries don't do income tax. It's pretty common, really. It's Thursday, be waiting for Xbox, so New Zealand trick it is. So that means you can play it on Wednesday, does it? Like Wednesday lunchtime. Tomorrow? Give me some armor! Oh, okay. I don't know that works. You just shout, give me what you want, and then it gives you it. Give me a gold skull! Imagine if I found one now. That'd be so good. I think after this game, I'm going to start just trying to get into some more fights. I'm getting a bit bored of just looting simulator. I was watching Stod play Hunger yesterday, and loads of his chat were complaining about how slow-paced it was and being like, oh, it's just a looting simulator. Because I don't know if they were playing... I didn't watch all of the stream. I don't know if they were playing on, like, the creator servers where there's hardly anybody on them, because they were, like, not running into people in the bit that I watched. I don't know if they ended up finding people. So it's just a looting simulator. You wish I only paid your third. You're happy to pay tax, but that weird bracket where any extra you earn actually gets destroyed. Yeah, my wife's in that. My wife... Any extra my wife earns is like the top income tax bracket, and it is harsh. But, to be fair, we do live relatively comfortably. It's fair enough. I just wish people richer than us weren't paying less tax than us because they do it all in things. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Did any of you watch the stuff about Linus Tech Tips? Where he bought a private jet, and he was like arguing about how he was trying to make out, oh, it's not that like bougie and stuff, because actually it kind of makes financial sense to do it. And, you know, there was a lot of the things he said were just wrong or misleading. But it was a really good example of how rich people have access to things that make them spend less money. And makes life less expensive to them because they have more money. And they don't see that as a problem. And that's wild. Like, a really good example is if you have student loans, especially now, the rate of inflation on student loans, which gets changed all the time after you agreed with it to it, means that a lot of people don't even really pay off the interest on their student loan. Like, the amount they owe on a student loan is just increasing, and lots of people will pay like 100% interest on their student loan, or maybe even more. But if you could afford to just pay for university up front and you didn't need to take out a student loan, your degree was like half the cost, or maybe even less. And it's like, how does that make sense that the people who can't afford it, you know, education, who can't afford the education, the people who can't afford it have to pay twice as much for it? That's wild. Ow. Like, that's such a stupid quirk of the way things work. Like, you could understand it if it was like, oh, like, you know, buying a car. If you can't afford a car, it's more expensive. Fine, whatever. You know, a fancy car. But when it's something like education, hate it. A jet, seriously, yeah. He bought a private jet. And they were, like, making out that they were going to do loads of content on it, and it's, like, good because now they can go to loads of shows. And he was, like, trying to justify it being, like, oh, well, like, it's already had this, like, maintenance cycle done on it, so I'll be able to sell it for basically the same amount I've already got. That I paid for it. My dad got me a really good deal on it or something, or his uncle or something. And then he's like, and, you know, we go to all these places, and if you add up the cost of business class flights to all of these places, then actually the jet is, like, worth it. It's like, you don't need to fly business class. But also, it was just a lot of messing around. But then there was, like, lots of things of, like, oh, and, like, if we do this and this, then you get, like, a tax break. And if we do this and this, then we get, like, a rebate on this. And it's like, oh my god. It's so... It just seems so wrong. I mean, at a very simple level, a very personal level, it's like the thing I've talked about before with, like, successful creators getting super chats and donations. And it's like, you know, someone like Tim the Tatman that gets thousands and thousands of viewers gets a huge amount of advertising revenue and sponsorships and stuff like that for what he does. And then, because he's got thousands of viewers, he's also getting loads of super chats and memberships and stuff, and he's you know, encouraging people to give money to him. And it's like, you're already a millionaire. Why can't you just be happy with the, like, sponsorships and the ad money and stuff like that? I think that's what Spiffing Brit did something, didn't he, recently? I didn't actually watch the video, I just saw the thumbnail where it's something like, oh, I've actually made quite a lot of money now, so I'm taking ads off all of my videos. Which I think is the wrong way to do, because I don't think people care that much about ads, personally. If you're making your money off ads, I think people would rather that than have to pay for memberships or super chats or whatever. But the principle of it is quite nice. SLC company these days is crazy. You were talking to your grads last week about it. It's crazy how much uni debt costs. Your first year student loan was $640 for the year. Yeah, I was, when I went to uni, I didn't have to pay any fees, and I got a £4,000 maintenance grant every year. So I had 12,000. I had 12,000 in loans, which paid for, like, you know, my rent and stuff. And then by the time I went straight from uni straight into teaching, like no gap at all, straight into teaching, and I ended up owing about £20,000, I think, at the most. So that, like, 12,000 I borrowed got up to 20,000 because there was a weird quirk just after I finished uni where they decided to put up the bloody student loan, like the interest up to an insane amount. So we all got screwed over and ended up like, oh yeah, you borrowed 12,000, well now you owe 20. I think I got it down to like 5, but now I'm not earning enough to pay it back right now. And so it's probably creeping up again, which sucks. People donate to Jeff Keighley. Yeah, people are weird, aren't they? People are odd. Right, well, I got a 2-plate and I got a gold vest. Shall we go and do some fighting? I need 1 hard drive and 4 laptops for that. I mean, that doesn't really matter, but cool. Only 4 more gold bars. That's pretty good. 5 more hard drives for that. Don't have anything for that. 1 skeleton key. 1 bloody skeleton key. I would like that, but you need crown, which I need to buy Modern Warfare 2 for, which I don't want. Yeah, none of the rest of it is really stuff that matters. That one... No, that doesn't matter. That would be good. So I need electrical tape, batteries, wrenches, screwdrivers, and drills. Please remind me if you see any of those things. That would be great, but I need increase with Shadow Company. Okay. Let's just go and try and get in some fights. Let's just do some scrapping. You got a grant of 40 that they asked back for Christmas. As the LEA made a mistake. No fees, though. Yeah. I was so lucky that I got into uni just before the fees. I did my teaching qualification just before they started charging for it. Like, isn't that wild? The country desperately needs teachers, and you have to pay money to train to be a teacher. Like, what? They do a thing where it's like when there's certain shortage subjects, then they waive the fees for those. But it's like, in general, that's so short-sighted. Like, it's so stupid. Yeah, exactly, House. And I think Jack would generally agree with that he makes enough money from YouTube that I don't think he would ever be like, oh, I need you to become a membership. Whereas people like me, I desperately need your money. I'm on way below minimum wage right now. I'm lucky my wife earns a lot. She's hard at work earning all the money so I can live this lifestyle. It's pretty cool. When did uni fees come in? Like 2010, maybe? 9, 10? It started off with like a means tested like £1,000 a year fee. I think that was about in like 2005 or so, and then it went up to like a lot more. I'll have to prosecute myself for not paying myself enough. I'm hoping with the new DMZ or in GTA and stuff, then maybe I'll be able to attract a bit more of an audience, you know? Like the streams right now, 24 people on YouTube. That's not too bad. Only 12 on Twitch, but oh well. But you know, YouTube, it's better than it has been. You graduated in 99, and the first year you was in uni, you got a small grant, but the second 2 years you had to take a loan, but there was no fees. Yeah. Now, I graduated uni in 2007, and I did my teaching course in 2008. And I didn't have to pay fees. Just my maintenance loan. You know, so I could afford to live.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces, and watch for other operators in the AO.
I'm gonna go see if somebody spawned over here. I don't have anything really, so I don't care too much if they kill me. I remember I was like, I was a teacher when that all happened. And Charles Clark, who was like one of the main guys behind it, was our local MP. And he came to my door at my house and was like, you know, oh, like, can I count on your vote? And I was like, no, like, absolutely not. You've done one of the worst things I've ever seen. Thankfully, in Scotland, you still get free education. Yeah, house, same. I'm the only person in my family to get a degree. Well, I think my sister now has one from Open University, I think. Or she was studying for one. I don't know if she's actually got it. I think so. I'm not very close to my sisters. Do-do-do. Right. Let's see. I was hoping there was going to be people here. It doesn't look like there was anyone here. Well, if there was someone here... Actually, there's no bots here. Now, is that because nobody spawned here? Or is that because somebody killed them? Huh. Ow, ow, ow. Where the hell did you come from? Ah! But yeah, isn't it wild, like, people our generation being like, you know, I think a lot of us are like, oh yeah, we never would have gone to uni if we'd had to pay £9,000 a year in fees. Oh no, oh no, oh no, come on. No, come on, come on, you can make it, you can make it. God. Why am I such an idiot? Yeah, like, it's such an obvious case of like, oh, see how a little bit of socialism's quite a good thing. You know, completely changed our lives and made it so it didn't matter how much our parents could afford to pay for our degrees. But now we're back to a system where you... Now we're back to a system where if you want to go to university, you're making a very financially irresponsible decision. And you've got to take on that burden. Oh, by the way, and you've got to make that decision when you're 18. Wild. Yep. Cobb, are you about today? Do you fancy playing some Hunger? Findy, do you want to play some as well? We could all play some Hunger together. Because it's the last day of the test today.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area.
You'd happily change your career. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if I could go back, I probably would have done a different degree. The only thing that I got that was really good out of my degree was meeting my wife. Which was a very good thing. Oh, Stealthfast. Nice. But, yeah, I would do a different degree. If I could guarantee that I still would meet my wife. What the hell is this? Right, well, I do kind... Oh, there we go. What the hell? Why are there so many of these? You could be about mid-afternoon to evening. You're out at 12, then out again at 6. Boo! So what you're saying is neither of you are about? Fine, maybe I'll play some solos. Bowling night for you. To be fair, I should probably make a video. Oh.
Ultra One, be advised, enemy threat is high in the AO.
Oh no, was that a radiation detector on R4? No, it's a guide counter. I don't care about that so much.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in this area.
I thought I was gonna go run into some enemies, but here I am. Not doing bloody anything. Go hop on the other train when it comes past. Is that players? No, I don't think so. No, it's not. Well, this is pleasant. You picked chemical engineering, she thought you'd be working for ICI and T-Side. Instead, you put these plants on a barge to Pakistan while half your graduating got laid off on Iceberg. That's crazy. I was always... Funny story. When I was a teacher and kids would be like, say they don't know what they want to do, I would always say to them, become a chemical engineer. Always. I'd always be like, that seems to be the thing that the world needs. It's like you make loads of money... Job security,
Ultra One, the enemy attack helo is moving
all
in
the
your
good
direction.
stuff. Turns out, I might have been full of crap. You know, I haven't flown a helicopter in this game for ages. Should we go do that? Yeah, I probably won't be about mid-afternoon, evening time. Like, once my wife gets home, I'll probably stop. I also need to pack, because I'm going on holiday the day after tomorrow, and I don't really know what I need. I don't think I need to pack much. When you're packing for summer trips, it's always like... It's fine. Shorts, shirts, pants, socks. Maybe a spare pair of shoes, and I'll be good. And then obviously, like, loads of sun cream to stop myself from burning to a crisp. Childminders and beauticians that you know make surprising money. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a childminder though. Beautician seems okay.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Still, being a beautician, I feel like it is a lot of like responsibility, you know, like someone's trusting you with their appearance. So if you mess it up, that's quite like a, you know, it's quite a big deal, isn't it? It's funny, like, when I was at uni, when I was at, like, starting teaching, especially. It's not a player. Why is she in my helicopter? Whoa! You saw me through the smoke! Wild.
Ultra One, copy that. Requesting medical for you now.
Thanks.
Ammo here. We have an ammo box here. I'm hit. Dropping some armor.
Assistant beautician admitted she's got a nephew accepted in grade school out by me, so she essentially lost her business, they need to move. Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
Mike marked.
I rent a car in the US or travel with train. Have you ever been to the US, Strauss?
Threat level is high in this AO.
Who the hell travels by train? But yeah, rent a car. That is one of the biggest issues with the US, is the lack of being able to travel around by train. It's getting a motorbike. Why? Is this because I stole his helicopter? The motorbike's only got one seat on it, hasn't it? Cycling industry boom bust based on oil prices and other economic stuff. Your mother was a childminder. You're not allowed to visit the US. Why are you not allowed to visit the US? What an ominous thing to say. But yeah, no, you can't go anywhere with trains. You can't do anything with trains in the US.
Vehicle marked.
Sadly. Can't believe that guy saw where I was through the smoke. And blasted me. If I'd had a little bit more health, if I'd have decided to go after him a second before I did, I might have been okay. But I just didn't have enough health. I really want to know now, Strauss, why. What happened? He's gonna leave us hanging, isn't he? But yeah, in America, you basically, like, nearly everywhere, you basically have to get, you basically have to rent a car. Like, we've done LA before without a car, using Ubers, but, you know, that's still essentially just paying someone else to drive you. And, like, New York, I guess, you don't need a car, as long as you're staying, like, in the city. You want to go to... They want you to go to Houston. Never been to Texas. My wife's quite curious about Texas. There's a couple of places I still want to go in the US. I want to go to the Ozarks. There's a theme park there called Silver Dollar City. I wouldn't mind seeing, like, New Orleans and Las Vegas, although I don't think I'll like them. You imported specialties from Morocco. Oh, you did drug crimes. Is that what you're saying? Importing specialties sounds like the way they'd talk about it in a 1960s James Bond film. Morning, Magic.
Ultra One, be advised. Enemy threat is high in the AO.
Did you see all that stuff about Mr. Who's the Boss, where he got like interrogated in an airport for like something ridiculous, like 36 hours, and then now whenever he goes, he has to be interrogated whenever he goes to the US. I mean, to be fair, he did do something wrong apparently, but still, it's like kind of extreme. Man, these DMZ games are a bit dead, aren't they? There's like nobody about. Is he just exfilling? I had to Google a word. Yeah, I wrote an article for a website yesterday, and I was going to use the word eek, and then I'm glad I Googled it before I used it because it didn't quite mean what I thought it meant. Yeah, no, I wasn't a million miles off, but it wasn't quite what I thought it meant. It's a good word, though. Eek.
Enemy movement.
Oh, Dr. Snipes. That's quite funny to snipe someone called Dr. Snipes.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Right, I can't see because there's a bloody bridge in the way. How the hell? Oh, he's quit. He literally quit. He literally went over there and then bloody quit. He literally parachuted over there by himself. Ah. Whee! Oh, I wanted to jump off the building. Oh, well. Ah.
Moving here.
Why did he do that? Why? And then he's picking him after he died. Why? I felt I was unlikely to get a kill there. I did down someone over the sniper rifle, which I'm quite happy about. But yeah, it didn't go great. Right, I'll do one more. I'll do another one. Why not? I'll take my TAC V. I'll take a shotgun as well. We'll try and get some fighting done. I just feel like these games have been a little bit uninteresting, really. It's not been like, team picking me up and then we're going and doing big fights instead of doing, like, nothing. Ugh. Right. Yeah, I was going to do a video today, but let me know what you think. Chat. I was thinking about doing a video. I recorded the audio for it yesterday, but I don't know. I might redo it, where I was basically doing a thing about how to enjoy DMZ, the DMZ beta now. And just like some basic stuff like play on consoles, you don't have to worry about cheaters. Play solo, because then you're more likely to get picked up by people. And the game's go on for longer, and you can get your own stuff done, and it makes like fighting against the AI a lot more interesting. Don't worry about your gear, because unlike other games, other extraction shooters, DMZ, there's not really any benefit to hoarding gear at all. Restart an account if you can, because doing the early missions is a bit more interesting and not having access to all the best stuff. Don't look up metas, don't use interactive maps. I think I might re-record it and talk about all that stuff. Just be like, just play. Just have fun playing. You don't even really need a goal in mind. But then I have days like today where I'm like not super enjoying it. Cobb, how did you join that Discord server? Did I put a link? No, I didn't. Cobb, are you in chat? How the hell did you join that Discord server for DMZ streamers? There's like 5 people in it, and you're one of them. How did that happen? What a world. So basically, someone on Reddit started a Discord server for creators interested in DMZ.
Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to
And there's like 5 people have joined it, and one of them's Cobb. Right, I need to go to the police station, I think. Oh, is this one of those one-shot? I didn't think this was the one-shot shotgun. I thought the Lockwood was the one-shot. Weird. Has anyone else got any tips on how to enjoy DMZ that I should put in a video about it? Because I feel like there might be a few people who are thinking about getting back into DMZ. I've got to go for a physio appointment as well later. I've never had physio before. It's pretty good. I managed to get a physio appointment at my local doctor's. Like, I only had to wait like a month for it. That seems pretty good. Because like when I had my injury, I wouldn't have even been able to do physio before now anyway, because I was not able to move very good. You tried to go in with a goal in mind, but not sure if that improves your enjoyment. I think it's like, it's nice to have options. So if like, say if you want to do some fighting and something, but then you don't find anyone, like you've got something else to do. Like that's kind of cool, but I just, yeah, I don't know. I think if you obsess... Someone just snipe at me. No, it's just a bot. Yeah, I think the video I've done, a lot of my videos are quite waffly. Like, I just talk for ages and take a while. I think I might, like, try to script it a bit more and make it a bit, like, punchier, you know? Make it a bit more, hey, do this. This is why. I think that's just a bot downstairs. Medium backpack. It's quite useful. These police stations are pretty good for getting stuff. We get self-res as well, I'll be sorted. Why is there so much wine in a police station? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you need wine if you're the police? Right.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Ow. 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 I mean, Texas, that photo was taken at a COD event by one of their photographers. It's just the only professional photos I have of myself are from that event. So... anything wrong with that? I mean, good eye for spotting it. But yeah, that is literally where it's from. They set up a professional photographer for a while and were like, hey, we'll do some free photos of you if you want. And I was like, cool. And I was really skeptical of it. I was like, oh, why would I care about getting, like, proper, like, getting photos done of myself? And then it's like, they've been so useful for so many things. Always take advantage of someone who is a proper photographer who is willing to take free photos of you. Well, that wasn't very nice. I didn't even shoot at you. I don't have a team or anything, I'm just solo. You just flew over and murdered a solo man. But you could get me up, and then I wouldn't be solo anymore. Or you could rifle through my belongings. Hey, look at all that sick loot I had. From looting one building. Are you running away again? Too scared to revive me. It's so silly. Maybe someone will come get me. I reacted so slowly to them being there. That was wild. Is he coming to get me? No. Hey, he did come get me. I've only got a sniper rifle.
Your squad is spread out. Advise you stay together.
Thank you very much. Cool. Immediately sniped. They're just gonna snipe me. Think. No, I'm safe. Safe. Sorry, I didn't have any plates because someone shot me and took them all. Yeah, solo queue will be great.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Well, I got one of them. Having 0 plates did make me a bit of a liability there. But I don't think... well, once the second guy dropped in, I think I was dead then. Nice. That was insanely fast. That just a Vel. See, that was this guy's probably smarter than me. I would have jumped down there to finish that guy off. Like, he's purple armor. Oh, that's my shotgun. I don't think this is a one-shot shotgun. Okay, now they know where you are. You have an ammo box and thermite. Told you, it's not a one-shot shotgun. I told you. Ah, this is useful. I like how this guy is saying, oh, I'm just leaving. What is it with people when they play in a team? One person just sitting like a million miles away and not helping. Like, why do people do that? Like, if there's any game where it doesn't matter, like if you lose stuff, it's this. Like, I've lost everything so many times, and then I'll probably just get it back again. What happened with the football last night? Is the US out now? I haven't watched any, but I've been trying to keep up with the knockout path things. It's kind of interesting. I like that side of it more than the actual games. Okay, so France have to play against Morocco because France knocked out Paraguay and Morocco knocked out Canada. That's in 2 days. Spain beat Portugal. Belgium beat the US 4-1. Jesus. So they play on Friday. England and Norway play on Saturday. And then today is Egypt and Argentina and Switzerland and Colombia. Why is there such a big gap in the games? So there's games on the 7th. And then there's nothing on the 8th. Why is there no football tomorrow? That seems weird and unnecessary, isn't it? Belgium thrashed them. Didn't they do something naughty, like Trump got FIFA to, like, suspend a ban or something of a Belgium, of, like, was that one of Belgium's best players? I don't know. Oh no, one of America's players, wasn't it? Was it one of America's best players, so he could play? And then they still lost. I saw there was a corruption scandal, but I didn't really get what was going on, to be honest. From what I understood, Trump insinuated that he had called FIFA to get them to, like, not ban a player that should have been banned.
Welcome to Al Mazrah.
Ah, this train, you think you can get it, you can't get it, you can't get it.
Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
You think you can get it? Yeah, you can't get it. You can't get it.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Have to say, this World Cup, despite the aforementioned corruption, the whole thing's gone a lot more smoothly than I expected. Like, there were people talking before saying, oh, the stadiums aren't ready. It's going to be a nightmare. No one's going to be able to get to the stadiums. The players aren't going to be allowed in the country. Like, there was a lot of talk of it all being an absolute disaster. And it seems like it's kind of been fine. Like, oh, there's going to be ice at the stadiums. So that's good, isn't it? It's always talk about how it isn't ready and stuff. Yeah. Same thing with Formula 1, isn't it? They always say the tracks aren't ready. And then they're like, oh, actually, turns out.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
Turns out they were ready. Turns out when people are building something, it's not often ready until it's done. Shockingly. Except in the world of theme parks, weirdly. Where in the world of theme parks, often things are completely done for quite a long time before they're ready. And everyone's like, oh, is it opening now? Because it's obviously done. Oh yeah, screw it. I definitely don't know much about it. I just meant I hadn't heard of much other than this corruption scandal. I hadn't heard anything about fans not being allowed in.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Increased activity. But it's like now they're all saying about the Madrid circuit, aren't they? They're like, you know, oh, is it going to be ready? Is it going to be done in time? And it was the same with Vegas when they added Vegas. They were like, oh, Vegas not going to be ready. To be fair, a bit of the road did fly up and destroy Sainz's car and then get him a penalty, which was wild. I do feel bad for Sainz sometimes. Oh, free play. It's pretty good, isn't it? Right, what am I doing with my life? Somalian guy, they denied him a visa. Or was that the referee? I think I did hear something about that. The Iranian team having to fly in to play only was a bit of a joke. Yeah. I didn't know Iran were in the World Cup, to be honest. That's all settled down now, hasn't it? The Iran stuff. Like, there's no more fighting there now, is there? I saw like some of the airlines still aren't doing flights back to UAE yet. Like Virgin and stuff said they're not going to do it till December or something. It's a shame because I do like Abu Dhabi. I would like to go back. But not this year, so it probably won't affect me. I mean, that's probably because he's Somalian, isn't it? Why are these games so quiet? It's like, I haven't seen anyone talking in chat. I haven't seen heard anything about anyone. Like, look, see what I was saying about why would you be worried about losing stuff? I just died. I don't have any upgrades or anything. And now I'm back. I've got 2 decent guns. I've got a self-revive, a free plate. I've only got a medium bag. Oh, hello. Is that bots or is that players?
Ultra One, an operator is near your location and requesting medical. Hostile UAV in the area. Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
Whoa! I ran the wrong way. I thought you went this way.
Copy your medical request alerting nearby operators. Ultra One, good news. An operator is inbound to give medical aid.
I honestly thought he ran right. I thought I heard him run to the right, but there's so many bots about. Probably shouldn't have just jumped out there to shoot them, but I didn't know what else to do. That was a bad mistake. Got all that stuff, did all that looting, and then just died horribly. I mean, it only took like 10 minutes, but still. Oh, there's a player. There's another player coming up. There is a fight going on. Look, you see this guy? He's creeping up. He's just at the top of the screen now. I'm guessing it was his teammate that got killed down there. I think I got into a fight where there were 2 people, because someone was playing right next to me already. I need a gun, I need a gun, I need a gun.
Enemy UAV active.
Well, I've got a shotgun.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Dogwood, enemies around.
Can I res this guy? Can I save him?
Reinforcements incoming.
No, 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 they're on the roof. They are on the roof.
Taking effective fire! Watching hostiles.
Copy that. Hostiles are using recon.
Enemy sniper mark.
Ultra One, you
X-ray
have
down.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Enemy UAV overhead.
Stun grenade out!
Ultra One, deposit cash at dead drop locations to speed up weapon recovery.
Alright.
Incoming!
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Marking enemy.
Okay. That was maybe stupid. I didn't really realize that he was up there, if I'm honest. Oh. That was dumb. Oh no! He's done a stupid thing too! I mean, it was quite brave in a way, but then it became stupid.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Wow. Hey!
Next time.
What a legend. What a legend this guy is. Wait, there's one more.
You'll be alright. Hostiles moving. Moving to my mark.
Right.
Thanks.
Think we're good. How do you have haunted stuff? That's crazy.
Enemy movement spotted.
Bomb drone deployed!
I have a field upgrade. We have an ammo box here.
Moving here!
No effect on target. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Right, how are we going to fight this other team?
Regroup here.
Took a round! Enemy movement! Enemy movement!
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Right, this isn't, like, going amazingly. I would say.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
I'm hit!
Hostile sentry is online.
Hostiles in the movement.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking
I got
effective
you.
fire. Ultra One, a squad mate is down.
Oh no!
Effective fire.
They both came down, they're coordinated. That one-shot shotgun is wild. That one-shot shotgun is so crazy. So crazy. I feel like I didn't do a good job there. Like, I don't know what else I could have done. No, I threw the drill charges up. I'm worried that I downed that guy on our team. Like, did he put a mine down or something? Did he put a claymore down that I blew up? Because it seemed weird that, like, I put that down and then he went down straight away. I don't know. Oh, well, there we go. Now you know where he is. Yeah, I don't know. I threw those drill charges thinking, oh, okay, at least if they've put mines up, I might be able to break them. I might be able to down them or whatever. And then that somehow one of our teammates got downed as soon as that happened. And then they just dropped down and killed me and the other guy with one shot each. It was like, oh. Like, what else could I have done there? I could have not gone into that room. Then they still, if they'd got a pick, they would have killed the other guy easily, and I'd just be stuck with this guy. I don't know. I feel like the drill charges were probably the best. Were probably the best play. Do you think? You don't think it was my drill charge? He was getting shot from the guy on the roof. Oh, what, through the skylight? That would make me feel better if it wasn't my drill charge. With a high exfil streak, you can hack mines. Oh, so what I should have done is finish the contract, exfilled, and kept doing that like 10 times, then got back into this game, and then I would have been able to deal with it. I started the game with nothing. I don't know. I don't know how I could have dealt with that better. If he's had a silenced gun this whole time, why has he not been killing the bots with that? Like, when we heard them moving around, maybe I should have stopped rezzing that guy. But it was like, literally, if there'd have been an extra second before they dropped down, we would have had 3 people against 2, which we still would have got blasted by the shotguns and probably died. But, you know, there's a better chance if you've got an extra person. I mean, the problem wasn't the mines. We didn't want to disarm the mines, Aminor. I wanted to, if he had put mines up there, which I didn't even know if there were mines up there or not, but if he had put mines up there, I wanted to detonate them with the drill charges to blow them up. That was what I was trying to do. Which obviously didn't work, because either there weren't any mines up there, or it wasn't enough to kill them. So anything else I'd had, whether I'd been hacking them or using EMP, it wouldn't have helped in that situation. Sadly.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Is this guy just gonna sit here for the whole game and then eventually you get me? The one-shot shotgun is a real problem. I think the one-shot shotgun and the Koshai complex thing, I think in my video I might redo it and just be like, there are some problems with DMZ. The one-shot shotgun is like so dominant that up close there's not really a way to counter it. The only thing you can do is keep distance. The Koshai complex thing does ruin like final exfils and stuff like that. There's just not a lot you can do about it. Maybe I'll start off, I'll be like, look, you can have fun at DMZ, you can enjoy it. I'm going to show you the best way, but we have to face up, there are problems. And these are the problems. Basically, everyone's already done everything. So, everyone who's still playing has done everything. So, everyone is just PvPing. If you're playing on PC, there are cheaters. It doesn't seem like the anti-cheat on this gets updated. So, yeah, there are cheaters. And you won't know. There are... The one-shot shotgun has completely ruined the kind of close-range meta. How did that guy know exactly where he was? Was that a bot that threw that?
Winds are picking up in the AO. Advise you get to extract.
Yeah, it was a bot, I think. That was wild. It's crazy to think in the next like month or 2 we'll get to play Modern Warfare 4. Like I'm guessing if they're letting the public play at this event next week in New York, then we'll probably get the beta. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like the beginning of August, because like they have a build that's able to play. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like
sharp.
at the same time as maybe Gamescom as that, maybe, at the latest. Unless they want to do a, like, big COD Next reveal thing. But it seems like they're revealing a lot already. This guy's having some rotten luck, but also he is doing nothing. Like, I think he was just waiting for those people to leave. I mean, it's more like hide-and-seek talent. Like, how did they know? How did they know that's where he was? I was going to play stream some other stuff. I might still, if I get my video done, I might still stream some stuff this afternoon. What would people prefer? Maybe I'll do a quick poll before we go. What have we got the most people on? Kind of YouTube. So I'll do the poll on both, actually. So poll. If I stream again later, what would you like to see? Hunger. Black Flag. Mecha Chameleon. Okay, out of those. Or Oaken Tower. I always just want to play Oaken Tower. Right, I'm doing a poll on both. No, not raid. Poll. Poll. New poll. Assassin's Creed. Hunger. Mecha Chameleon. Oaken Tower. Right, I'm doing the poll on both Twitch and YouTube. Let me know. What, if I do another stream, what would you rather do? I don't want to play Baby Steps. I ruined it for myself by watching someone else play Baby Steps. Black Flag is winning at the moment on YouTube. And on Twitch, no one's voted. Sad times. It's all just lurkers on Twitch. Oh, there we go. I think Black Flag is going to win by that early dominance.
Ultra One, actual. High winds are pushing.
It's wild that this guy's still about.
Moving to an extract point.
This guy, his name, the guy that killed me with the one-shot shotgun, his name is Rob Owned You. And he did own me with that shotgun. This is true. This is accurate, which makes it all the worst. Oh, Hunger's got some votes, actually. Oaken Tower, no votes. Nobody wants to see Oaken Tower. Textbook of Gear Fear. But it's like, it's weird Gear Fear. Like, he's got a 2-plate. His gun, like, maybe it's his insured weapon. You know, you can just get whatever gun you want. He's got a 2-plate. He doesn't have a self-revive. Like, what would he be worried about losing? You don't know what Oaken Tower is? It's only the game that I've spent the most time playing this year. Like, not even a lie. Oh, they just jumped off the other side. Is he going back here again? He's going to get me back up. And then we're both going to get killed because I'm going to go straight to try and kill those people. This is such a mistake. This is like... No! Oh no. He just...
Enemy movement.
This guy's got a one-shot shotgun. Oh no. It's like the worst thing he could have done. The worst thing he could have done. If you're fighting against someone with one-shot shotgun, what should you absolutely not do? Go hide in a toilet. Oh my god. He's literally shaking. He's sitting on a toilet and shaking. I found a, there's a slight possibility that the last Call of Duty Zombies map is going to release on August Bank Holiday weekend. Just based on it being like kind of, it should be about 2 months from when the previous one was. If that happens, my wife's going away with her sister for like 3 nights. Imagine, from the time when the Zombies map would launch, from the Thursday. Imagine how perfect that would line up if it was like, oh, we get another Zombies map that takes like 3 days to hunt. No, my luck, we'll finish it in an hour. But that would be so good. That would be perfect. That'd keep me occupied. I hate being alone in the house. It'd keep me so occupied. He's gonna loot, isn't he? He's gonna loot. Yeah, he's gonna. He didn't even have a medium backpack. Didn't even have a medium backpack. I'm gonna do something stupid. He knows I'm gonna do something stupid. I know I'm gonna do something stupid. This is where the last exfil is as well. Oh man, is there a hostage thing? No. I mean, I'm gonna get out of this with stuff, which is shocking.
Back in the fight, lad. Get after him.
Thanks.
I think that's probably my gun.
Marking gas mask.
I really just want to sprint. I just want to go for it, you know? I think it'd be really funny if I just legged it. If I just, like... Where's the final exfil going to be? It's going to be here somewhere. Is DMZ still active with players? Yeah, I mean, it takes a little while to find a game. But it's not so bad. Could be much worse.
Got a truck here.
We don't need any of that. We're going to find an exfil. Seeing if they left... Imagine if they left mines up here and I die. Why is he going to Dubai? I mean, I am getting out of this with much more than I expected.
Ultra One, be advised. Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time.
Oh yeah, look at this. Sick.
Ultra One, we have visual on the LZ. Keep it clear.
Marking extraction zone.
Are there going to be people at the final exfil?
Shot.
Dino 4 is at the extract point. Be advised, we can't stay here long.
Are they gonna be there? Maybe. This is tense. But yeah, it's kind of active. Like, it takes a little while to find games, like a couple of minutes, but it's not terrible. And this is with crossplay off. If you don't mind cheaters, then it's super active. I think there's a player there.
Enemy movement.
Planting mine!
I really thought I saw someone.
Hold for one. We're holding for 1 minute only. Get to the extract point now.
Are we actually going to get out with this sniper rifle? Are there any hunt squad contracts on the map? No, I don't think so. So maybe we're good, unless they've all been done. Maybe we're good. Maybe they left. I'm still scared. Why did that miss? The bullet drop in this game is kind of wild. There's quite a lot. Jesus Christ, that laser. I hate visible lasers. Maybe we're good. Oh, it's because the thing took off.
We can't stay here. I'm sorry.
Well, there we go. That guy got me. I mean, I was making fun of him. He got me alive and we got out with my 2 plate and a couple of guns. It's pretty good. Poll completed. So my poll on Twitch, I got 2 votes for Assassin's Creed, and Black Flag won only just one thing. So we'll play some Assassin's Creed if I do come back later. Right, I'm going to quickly show you what bloody Oaken Tower is for people who haven't seen Oaken Tower. Then you can see my addiction. I'm like completely addicted to this game. Oh, I got a calling card. Oaken Tower. I love Oaken Tower so much. Right, let's just put that away. And then stop recording that. And then play Oaken Tower. I literally already had it up because I was playing it this morning before I started streaming. Just put it on full screen and then... Oh, it needs game capture. I'll just put it on display capture for this. Display capture. Oh, that's weird. Don't actually have a display capture scene. Oh, I know why. Right, let's just... I can do it like this. Oaken Tower. That should work in a second. There we go. So, Oaken Tower. I just started this. Oh, the magic thing. So this will give me a magic thing that goes quicker. I'm just going to level up and wait. I might beat this guy. I might be able to out-heal him. 623, 631, 642. Yeah, I think I'm going to out-heal him. I might win depending on the timing of when this gets to 0. Yeah. Do I want any of these? Oh, I do kind of want that. Don't normally do elven stuff. You know what? Let's try an elven build. I don't normally do this. We'll try a wild elven build. This I'll win. Because he can't, like, he's only got 500 health because he hasn't leveled up. And that only does 15 damage every 1 second 20. And every 1.5 seconds, I'm doing an increasing heal that already does more than twice what he does. So it doesn't matter. So it's a bit weird. It's PvP. This is another person's build. But they're not playing right now. Like, it's asynchronous. It's just saying, okay, what build did they have on the second day? So I am playing against other people's builds, but not at the same time as them. Wow, now I'm going to ruin people with this. This thing is so powerful. So this will poison them, and the poison just does however much poison I've done on them. It ticks that much damage, and it does it really, really fast. And this will build up now because I'm already poisoning them. I'm doing like 12 poison every time I do it. Now I'm doing 16 poison. This is wild. Too much, some would say. I get a value potion. I can swap that for any one item for free. I don't actually want a heal, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to level up. Or if I sell this, I can actually level up again. Which is a risk. It's a risk for sure. Quite like something elven. That's elven. I might grab that at some point. But I should, as long as he doesn't kill me too quick. Yeah, look how much damage this poison does. It's insane. Even though he's got heals, it's not enough. I should win this, I think. Yep. It's just, you do so much damage, and then I might... Do I want to level up one more time? Yeah, why not? I'll level up one more time. Then I'll save that. See, look, I'm just poisoning. I'm doing so much poison damage so fast. That's insane. I don't want that, so I might just steal a potion. What potion? Oh, that will gain me a level for free. That will get me 10 income every round. That's pretty good. And that will give that a half-second cooldown. I think I'll gain a level, because I think then I do also get... Oh, I get 5 income, and I get more health, which is obviously good. Yeah, Elven Shield. I'm just going to go all Elven for this. So look how much poison damage I'm doing. I'm just wrecking them. I am a Grandmaster at this, but so are the people I'm up against, actually. Yeah, I'm a Grandmaster, don't you know? I don't really want that, even though it is Elven. Grab that. That Venom Strike bow is okay, but it's not doing... It's only going to do... It's going to do less poison than what I'm already doing. This I do want. I do want that. I might spend that on there. So this now will hit for 400 damage, basically, every time another elven thing triggers, which is crazy. I want that as well. I'm just doing so much damage so quickly. I'm going to win this easily, I think. Another 2,500 XP. All right, I'll grab that. I'll put that up there. Oh, this. Permanently gain 1 poison per poison item. So now we put this. We get rid of one of those shields. I'll put that there. Now it should start gaining an insane amount of poison. Oh, I might lose this one. Maybe? Yeah, I'm going to lose this one. But it's okay. Because that's going to build up. Right, I can reduce all my cooldowns by 1/3 of a second. That's pretty good. I feel like there is one more elven thing that I would quite like. But I don't know. Just chill with this for now. So now this will, every time it triggers, it will gain... Look how quickly it's already gaining more poison than what the other one has. So now this will do 41 poison every time it hits. Which is pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that as well, actually. I might trade that in. Oh, it's not enough! God damn it. Okay. might win this. Yeah. One more. That'll give everything a bit more damage, which will be effective. That gives that a bit more. Yep, get that ring. So this ring's going to start getting insane amounts of poison, basically. And that's now going to do... It was doing 400 damage every time something triggered. Now it's going to do... What's 19 times 110? It'll do that much damage now every time it's triggered, which is a lot. Oh, we can just level up. Give elven item to the right 3 damage permanently. That seems pretty good. I might get rid of that and then put that in. And then... Look at this. Glorious. And then you can actually just... I've won, basically. So I won. I got the maximum points you can get for doing ranked. But I can carry on playing if I want. Which is a dangerous addiction. But we'll keep on going for a little bit. I'm just poisoning them so fast. They don't know what to do with themselves. I'm not making any money, really. I don't have economy scaling. I mean, it doesn't matter because I've already gained... Oh, they're doing a lot of damage with potions. That's a lot of damage with potions. It is a lot of damage. Right, well... Use that. And then we'll have to freeze that to get it again. I'm tempted to swap that for that, because then that'll just give that more and more damage, which would be pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get there. This is a hard one. I don't know who's going to win this. They might win. See, once you get past... Now I'm going to be fighting other people who have also won all 10 of their games. Which makes life much, 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 much harder for me. I can still lose 2 more, I think. Should win this one. Look at that. So I had already got him up to 5,000 poison, which means every, like, half second I'm doing 5,000 damage to him. Which is wild. Like, that's too much damage, really. This bow isn't really doing much for me, but... In terms of damage, the amount of damage that bow's doing is insignificant. If I see something better, I can get rid of it, I think. Take that. Even at that, I might get that instead. This will just make this fire a bit faster. Which is what you want. What's that do? Now, when another thing it deals, it triggers it and gets an extra bit of damage. It's pretty good. But it's only bonus damage. So it's not permanent, sadly. Oh crap, I just missed an upgrade then. I can give some... Oh, I can get an extra one of these. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's going to absolutely destroy me. This fires too slowly. I don't have any way of, like, reducing... I don't have any way of reducing the amount of time it takes to fire at the moment, which causes me no end of problems. What do they have? Transform into a random item but keep the same rarity. No, thank you. I will give it a little bit of crit, why not? And none of those things are useful for me. That was a waste. That is also a waste. I'll give it some heal. Give that some heal. Ooh. If I can survive another one, that'd be good, but I don't think I'm going to. No, people's builds are too good. But then once you've done all of that, then you can fight the Oak. And this is basically an invincible enemy, so you can see kind of how good your build is at damage, given a near infinite amount of time. So this will slowly build up. You can see now I'm doing like 300,000 damage, which is not bad. I had a build earlier that got a couple of billion. I've got into the trillions, but I've not got any further than that with like absolute best builds. But this is now doing 13 times 1,000 poison every time it fires. There we go, and then I lost. And that did 3 million damage, which is pretty good considering my health was 34,000. So to be able to do 3 million is pretty good. And then you can see things like, oh, okay, that did 149,000 poison. Pretty cool. Anyway, that is Oaken Tower. I love it. It doesn't necessarily make for the best content, but I think it's great. I'm going to head off now. Like I said, I've got my physio appointment. See how that goes. And then I might be back later if I make my video quickly enough. If not, I